Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kamga. I'm a Cameroonian living in the US. I moved here 2 years ago to join my fiance and now wife. On this channel, I do essays, reviews, and reactions just like this one. Usually I pick the videos myself, but most of the time, my commenters, viewers, people like you who come on the channel make recommendations like my friend here who did say, hey, I'm not wearing my glasses, so that's why I have to do that. React to Discovering Ghana by Passport Heavy. That's Life with Zaire. Life with Zaire. Thank you so much, first of all, for watching the video and recommending that I do the reaction. So I think this comment came from a video that I did. I reacted to a video by Wodemaya. It's an older video. I'm going to be doing a newer one because the comments make me understand that his quality, his content has changed. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. But in this particular case, I did not know exactly which video it was. So I did do a search, Passport Heavy, and I came up with this one. Titled Accra, Ghana, Tourist Guide of What to Know Before Coming. That is by Passport Heavy. Has over 200 plus subscribers, over 600,000 views, and was posted in December 2019. And of course, you're seeing all those things. So saying that just makes me realize how pointless it is to say the things that you already see on the screen. Anyway, the comment here seemed to show that he did a pretty good job. I haven't watched the video, which is a good thing for me when I'm doing my reactions because I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I don't know how I'm going to react to it, which is a, good thing. Anyway, if this is the first thing you're coming to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you like, or you can wait, watch the video, and then decide if you want to subscribe. How's that sound? All right, let's jump right into it. First of all, let's take this off just to make sure we don't have that there on. And then we'll get into the video.
So Ghana was literally one of the best trips I've ever taken in my entire life. Literally, I had fun from the moment I landed until the time I left. I didn't even feel like leaving. And I just felt so at peace in Ghana, and it was just a lot of fun, and also just a cultural experience. But I want to talk to you in this video. This is going to be a brief video, and I'll have a big, in-depth video a little bit later on. But this video is going to tell you everything that you want to know about Ghana in about 5 to 7 minutes. And so I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, 5 to 7 minutes, and then he says it, and then the video was actually
know about Ghana in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Look at that. First, two things. Clearly, he's British from his accent, British, and there's this video my best friend shared with me. It's Paul Rudd and this guy Brand, Russell Brand, in the movie. Russell Brand is hurt by something on the bridge, and then Paul Rudd is coming. He's like, "Hey, can you get it?" Russell Brand asks him, "Can you get me a towel?" He's like, "Oh, we're gonna get you wiki. You sound like you're from London." Bad joke, I know, just had to say it. Those who know the movie will know what I'm talking about. If you don't know it, it's your problem. But anyway, when I think of Britain, I think of wiki for some reason. But yeah, he seems like, he's from Britain. He has a great sense of humor from, posting it. I feel like, it's just getting a sense of who the guy is. Yes, that's nice. That's nice. I like it.
And so I'm going to talk about accommodations, the food, the nightlife, the visa, some of the inside things, when you want to get your hair cut, ladies, if you want to get the pedicure and manicures, you want to get outfits made, wow. All of that is coming up in this video.
That's impressive. Just making myself really small here. Whoa. This feels like a full-on TV production. Like, this is not even a joke. It's not even like, oh yeah, let me just do a video on YouTube about stuff. This is like this is really impressive.
Welcome to Ghana.
Yo, I was
So first things first, let me talk about accommodations. So the
First things first, let me talk about the production value here. Like this is clearly somebody who takes his job or his creative process very seriously. Like if you know me, you know I like good stories, good visuals, well told story. When I did a reaction to Tayo Aina, I know. I was very impressed with the drone shots and the visuals and the views and all that. And now I'm watching this guy. This is like 1 minute. And first of all, let me go and subscribe because I'm sure that I would like to enjoy watching it. There's no other chance. Like I have to subscribe. Like this is good. Really. This is well made. I want to be able to make videos like this.
Flyest place that I stayed in Ghana was Kwale's. Yo, this hotel is super fresh and the rooms are like the size of an Airbnb. So I was like, I like this, right? You got a fridge, you got a living room, and depending, you can go from like the studio joint, which is like twice as big as a regular hotel room, up to the 3-bedroom penthouse. Super fly spot. And then also second best place, I would say, in my opinion, is Kempinski. And this is a super huge hotel, while Kwale's is more of a boutique.
I am just thinking, first, like one thing just came to my mind is like, these places look really cool. I bet they're pretty expensive. So typical tourists might not be able to go there. Just thinking out loud here, like, yeah, it's nice. It's great. But the first time I'm like, would I be able to afford this if I went to Ghana and I just had like a regular job? I wonder how much it costs. But I guess you can easily afford it if you're living from a different country. But if you're in the country, can you still afford it? Hey, my Ghanaian brothers and sisters, if you're watching this, let me know if you've been able to visit these hotels and been there because it looks amazing. I'm just like, how much does it cost?
Boutique hotel. But that place is also super fresh. And then another week, we spent a couple weeks in Ghana. We stayed in an Airbnb. So Airbnb has quite a few options, and then pound for pound, that was probably the best value.
$1,700, what, $175 a night. Okay. Airbnb in modern building with security and pool and ridge. $175 a night. For 10 nights, almost, that's some money. Let me just breathe that in first, and then we can continue.
I had for the money, we had like a 3-bedroom unit, and that was like $175 a night in a super nice area called Ridge, so you can see the Airbnb.
Oh, but if it's a 3-bedroom, it's an Airbnb. It means if you're going with a family, right? If you're visiting with a family, it gets really cheap. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just thinking like if you're one person, but if you're going with a family and you have 3 bedrooms or with friends and you're planning a trip, it totally makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty affordable, I think.
Here. And then there's all different options, right? You can probably find a decent spot. I'm not talking about December now. December, like, prices are like tripled. And I'll talk about December a little bit later on towards the end of this video. But I'm just talking about going any time of year. You could probably find a decent Airbnb for about $40 a night, you know, and then they go all the way up to, you know, something like $300-400 a night for, you know, crazier spots. So let's talk about transportation. So Uber is a plug out there, super easy to get around. You know, just have your phone ready and just
Uber, Airbnb, like Cameroonians. What is wrong with our country that we don't have these things that are everywhere in the world, right? This is Ghana. This is not France or Germany. This is Ghana.
Like anywhere else in the world, you know, you order your Uber. My only gripe with Uber is they don't have any bigger cars. They're all pretty much small Toyota Corolla, you know, type.
Uber prices are cheap and consistent. 15-minute Uber, $4. Avoid taxis. They charge you what they want. $4 for Uber, 15 minutes? Wow. That's like 2,000 francs CFA. But even here, I took Uber a couple of days ago when it snowed, and I don't drive when the snow is out there because I'm like, yep, I don't want to get another accident. If you haven't watched the video, I'm going to put it somewhere in the card. But that's pretty affordable. I mean, if you're traveling, you're a tourist, you're visiting, it's pretty affordable. But I wonder if you're within the country, how affordable it is.
The cars at the time of recording. So Uber, I hope you step that game up and have some more options available. Or you can get a private driver, right? So there's private drivers that you can drive you around for the day. And I want
$150 a day.
Right, so there's private drivers that you can drive you around for the day. And I want to talk to you about visas because this is actually a little bit different when traveling to other places. I was actually in the president's office and they said, they're working on putting this.
Who is this guy? He was actually in the president's office. He has a camera person following him and making great production. He's clearly structured. He's using drone shots. Who is this guy? How come I've never discovered him? Oh, wait, I know why. I've never been interested in travel in Africa until recently. Makes sense. Makes sense. But who is this guy?
It's online and making it an easier process. So
visa is currently not available on arrival, and the process is detailed in the Ghana guide, link in description. By the way, this was done in 2019, December 2019, so maybe things have changed, but all the links are there. So you can go and watch the full video on this channel. You probably don't have me interrupting the great, cool content that this is. So yeah.
Shout out to Nadia. We talked about, the changes that they're making. But now, as far as now, what you need to do is you need to apply. And what I'm gonna do, like I said, I have an ultimate Ghana guide that you're gonna be able to access. So I said the link's gonna be in the description of this video, and you're gonna be able to know everything that you need to do, especially if you need a visa rush. I'll have all that information. But you need a yellow fever shot. And you can't enter the country without having these two things, a visa. So if you're coming from the Western world, you have a Western passport, this is something that you need. But if you have like a Nigerian or a Ghanaian passport, or a West African passport, you don't need a visa, but you also still do need a yellow fever shot.
So I can go to Ghana without a visa. Yeah.
And then on arrival, shout out to Ghana, one of the flyest, cleanest airports I've ever seen.
Douala Airport. Nearly every single person who's gone to Douala Airport has complained about Douala Airport. And I'm not going to pile on that. It's cool to know that we don't have to say the examples or that we can emulate are far away. They're actually just in our backyards, like Ghana Airport.
In my life, it is truly a world-class airport. And I can't even say I was expecting an airport that fly. So shout out to Ghana on the airport, amazing.
It started online, and I answered a couple of questions about
ads.
home insurance coverage.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I'm sorry, I'm skipping your ad. I want to watch the video. I just can't. Oh wait, it's short. I can skip it later on. I can skip it very soon. I can skip it right now.
Shop.
Right? Yes.
Good job. And then talking about things to do, man, big up to my Waves crew. My trip would not be the same without them. They introduced me to everyone that I needed to know, and now I can go ahead and share with y'all.
Is that not Danny Glover? That looks like Danny Glover. I'm too old for this stuff, if you know, from the movie with Mel Gibson.
Everything that you need to do when you come to Ghana. And so I'm just so grateful. Shout out to my entire Waves crew. We had Opal, Miss St. John, Pops. Yo, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. And so things to do. If you want to get fly, want to get your hair done, there's a spot called Hair Rack. So they got women's salon downstairs, you can get your hair done. And then upstairs, you have a male spot where you can get, literally they've got like all the drinks on top. So it's just like a fly gentleman spot. It's more of like your upper class place where people get their hair done. Also, I got to send a shout out to, I was just rolling around looking for a local spot. I went to like a local shop, and his prices are super good. I think I paid like $3-4 for a haircut. So depending on the vibe that you want, and local dude spot is in Osu, really good area.
Man, this guy makes me want to travel. He makes me want to just see the world. He seems so at ease and so chill. I mean, he's a big muscular guy. You probably can't even try to do anything to him. So I probably need to work out more. But he seems so chill. Like, he's dancing in the barber shop and just chilling, getting haircuts, all the good stuff.
So, don't fret on that. So ladies, when you come into Ghana, you might want to get your pedi, your mani. Polish is the spot to be. I was like, I like to get my mani, my pedi every now and then. And this place just makes you feel like royalty. You sipping champagne, the chairs, you feel like royalty sitting in these chairs. Service.
Man, I'm like, this guy is definitely what I would call an influencer. Not because of, influence. Like, let me put it this way. Influence really is about getting people to be able to do what you want them, to do. And in this particular case, every single place he's gone to, he's been able to turn on his camera, film. And I'm thinking about, I don't think it's just him paying everybody, like, hey, can I film in your place? But probably he has that capacity to get people to realize that him making a video in their play is actually to their benefit, or he can influence that decision for them to allow him to film that. Or Ghana is a way more peaceful and open country than other places, because I know Cameroon it's very hard to go to a place and film. Even Cordy actually did a video. I did a reaction to Cordy EO. You've probably watched it by now because it will be uploaded. Where she was trying to find a place to film in Nigeria and she couldn't. I think it was in Ibadan. But yeah, I'm just thinking about the fact that he's going to everywhere and just filming and making his shots, and it's just so cool.
This is off the chain.
Oopsies.
Pain, the chairs, you feel like royalty sitting in these chairs. Service is off the chain. Location is great. Shout out to Polish, man. They really took care of the boy. There's a reason I never hit my fitness goals. Cupcake Boutique, man. They heard I was coming to town, so they invited us over. And when I got there, I was like, this is hospitality. They literally had cupcakes with our name on it. And I'd give them a shout out even if they didn't have my name on the cupcake, because this place was just fly.
Look at that. Like, can our bakeries take a lesson from their book? Like, look how clean it is. Cupcakes with their names. I'm sure if you're a good baker, you can probably do that. Masama, I'm talking to you, or you're probably not watching this video anyway, but dang.
And so, like, literally every celeb that comes into town, this is where they stop in to get their cookies, some juice and some cupcakes, man. I'm telling you can just see by the visuals, this place is special. And ladies, if there's something I know about you, I don't want to judge, but the majority of you love to shop.
This was a planned shot. This was definitely a planned shot. I'm so impressed by the way it seems organic, but then I realized, like, why would this person be waiting right here? Like, look at that. Look at this shot.
And
look at this shot. I actually almost suspected that we were going to do like a reveal shot.
I'm telling you can just see by the visuals, this place is special.
Look at that. Cameraman's following him through.
And ladies, if there's something I know about you, I don't want to judge.
And as he comes in, somebody opens the door.
Love to shop. And so when you're talking about the most luxurious shop in Ghana, all the celebs stop there, internationally, local. Kua is that spot. And so they've got some of the flyest handbags. And so, cause I had a couple girls hit me up like, oh my God, can you bring me back a bag from Kua? I saw, wearing the bag. And so I stopped by the store and, the place was phenomenal. Now, fellas, if you want to get fresh, if you want to get a traditional outfit made in Ghana, there's only two places that you want to go. There's my guy, Chocolate. Hey, yo, when celebrities come to town, it does not matter if it's a CEO of Twitter.
That's Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter.
You're talking about Idris Elba, Steve Harvey, you're talking about literally anyone. They come to town, they go see Chocolate. Literally, it's like, it's a sin if you don't. But now, his clothing are also like the Rolls Royce.
Let me put it this way. This reaction video is going to be longer than I thought. How would the country not be so proud of the ability to attract people into it? I think this is, if anything, if somebody talk about something about national pride, it's to be able to sit and know that your country has something that people want to come and get and see and buy and consume. Like, celebrities leave America, UK, France, maybe, I don't know, and come to your country to get clothes, to get jewelry, to get cupcakes. Why would you not be proud of your country?
Royce of clothing, and his prices started about $450. But the way I got an outfit made, he came, he saw me and measured me, and a lot of times he can do it without even measuring you. He is just like one of these geniuses when it comes to design, and then based on your personality, he'll whip you something up. I got mine, I was like, yo, this is fly. I was getting compliments on my piece from everyone. So most people don't got a budget though. Like, his piece start at $450 a piece. But I say, yo, it's one of those things that you gotta get one of them. And all of his pieces that are made too are one of ones. It's crazy. He literally has 100,000 different pieces of fabric in his place, 100,000. And so just pure genius when it comes to that. Now the second guy is my guy, Alex. So for me, I ain't got $500 a day budget to be rocking out throughout the whole trip. And so this is more like your 5 Series Beamer, right? Or your E-Class Benz. It's like, it's a nice joint. You can't go wrong with it. And so this is like what Alex has. And then his joints start like 125, and literally he'll make.
Hey, listen. Do you see those shots? Do you see those shots? Like, do you see the thoughts, the smooth in and out? Like, I'm sure filmmakers probably look at errors and things, but how often do you see these kinds of shots containing Black people, Africans, Ghana, countries inside? I feel so proud. I mean, I'm not Ghanaian, but I feel so proud that an African country is getting this kind of juicy visuals.
You tell him what you want, you tell him the fabrics that you want, he'll come to your spot and measure you, or if it's not him, one of his people will come and measure you, and if you tell him like an exact look that you want, he'll go ahead and make that, or if you have like a custom joint, he'll go ahead and make that happen. So shout out to Alex.
Ooh,
make that.
Do you see that? Do you see that? I mean, maybe the color grading was a little bit different. Do you see? Look at. Check this out.
Custom joint, he'll go ahead and make that happen. So shout out to.
It was a little rough, but I felt that. Whoever edited this video, I felt it. Like, I felt it.
Alex, you'll see all the fits I got from him. I got a few different fits, and then this is pretty much what I was wanting. Man, there's nothing regular about Ghana, so why fit in when you can be custom, baby? Now you can't come to Ghana without eating right. Now let me know in the comments, Ghana jello or Naja jello? You know it's a Naja thing here now. But
where the camera? Let me put this thing here. Really? We're going to do this now. You know what, Mr. Passport Heavy? I loved you until the point when you just ignored Cameroon jollof. So let me tell you something. You should include Cameroon jollof next.
Yo, you can't come to Ghana without eating, and there was so many different options. And so I'm just gonna go through a few of them with you. And so, like 1 week she's in Germany, another week, she could be in South Africa, she could be in America.
Why do we not have more of these kinds of people from Cameroon specifically? The reason why I'm asking is because, yes, I've seen the comments, Nigeria has multiple dishes. Listen, I'm Cameroonian. This is not me being biased. We have one of the largest varieties of meals that you would ever see. From slimy soup that looks extremely disgusting but tastes amazing, to black soup, like literally black, not brown, black soup, to yellow soup, to Cameroonian jollof, whatever for an arrow, ekwang, kondre, poulet DG. You have a chef who travels the world and gets people to taste the food from Ghana. I don't know what to tell you.
And so if you're lucky to be in town when she's around, I highly recommend it.
Book local African experiences throughout Africa and of course Ghana at Tastemakers Africa, tastemakersafrica.com. I think you can see that better. I don't want to wear my glasses, that's why I keep going towards the screen. But yep.
And my people over at Tastemakers help set up this whole experience. So shout out to my Tastemakers. Now I know in Ghana is one of the top places in the world when it comes to nightlife. So I want to just share a few of my favorite places with you.
This is not my plan.
So now if you want to get outside the hustle and bustle for a little bit, one of my favorite places about 1.5 hours outside of Accra is in Ada, is Aqua Safari Lounge.
I actually see why. I see why this person, Zaire, recommended this video. The reaction video I did about Wodemaya, I complained about the shots, I complained about the country, I complained about it's nice, but This video right here basically just slaps me like, look at it. This is how it's done. This is the place. But then the price though, like how can the average tourist afford this? This man seems like he has access to places and he's probably earned the access. I'm just wondering, like, can I enjoy this the same way he did because I'm not a celebrity? So, yeah, I don't know.
And I was actually out there with my homies from the Toasted Life, so they were in town as well. So we just had the most amazing time. You know, sunset all around, drinks are flowing, and I can't tell you how amazing that spot is. And there's a little secret location as well. This cigar lounge that's about 15 minutes away, and you would think you're in the most exclusive elite speakeasy when you talk about the most elite whiskeys and cigars. And so this guy that grew up in England was like, I just want to create an oasis away from everyone. And like, I just could never imagine this place in Ghana. I was like, what is this place? And it's about 15 minutes away that we did. It's just actually get to know the people. And so people always have a perception of how Africa is in general or how Ghana is. And so I just wanted to show you how I live when I go to Ghana or I go to these other places, because there's always two sides to a story. And people always just want to show you, hey, a safari, or we're just saving the kids. And that's not to say that there's not issues.
See that it's very intentional, the choice of places to go, of things to do, and what he shows and how it's edited and how it's produced and what he talks about. He really is trying to emphasize that, hey, listen, there are problems, but this is not all what you see. Like, it's not just about children and poverty and all that stuff. And it reminds me of a conversation that I had in a WhatsApp group recently where some friends were talking about how what the Maya's content doesn't show the negative sides of coming back to the country and all that stuff. And it goes back almost to my journalism education about editorial policy. Like, you choose what you're going to say and you stick to the editorial policy, the in-house policy. Like, what is this media about? What is the message? And you stick to those values. And you have to pick values. You can't just, be everything and everywhere. You need to decide what you stand for and go with that. So if you stand for positivity and positive images, there's a very high likelihood that you would not be talking about negative stories because it's not part of the in-house policy. So a lot of that makes sense. And especially what he said about people look at Africa and think that Africa is disease and evil. And even me, I'm sitting here just like, oh, wow, is this place affordable? Can people go to this place? Like, who can afford this? Is this even possible? Which goes to reinforce the idea of Africa is broke, is poor, it's too, etc. But then part of me too is like, why does it only have to be celebrities who come and be able to buy in these places? Like, so we build these things in this countries and this continent for other people to come and use it. How about the people inside? So it's not a clear-cut thing like, oh, this is how you tell a balanced story. This is how you tell stories about poverty and riches. I think what he's doing is amazing. Like, just sharing these stories and talking about these things that people would probably never discover. I would never have known that there were places like this in Ghana. I would never have known I can go there visa free. I would never have known I can see these resorts that can actually give you, you can Airbnb and Uber. I would never have known all these things without watching this video. So for that, I'm just extremely grateful and glad that people like him are doing what they're doing. Seriously.
Like, we went over to my homegirl Ruby's house, and it was just amazing. Like, just beautiful vibes, beautiful people, eating traditional Ghanaian dishes. She's trying to tell me that the Ghanaian jollof was better, but okay. But I'm just telling you, there's so many different sides, and like, one of the things I love doing is just educating people to show them. And most people are like, oh my God, when I was putting it on my Instagram stories, like, yo, people are living like this out in Ghana. I was like, yo, yes. Then another thing, people don't know how diverse the art scene is. The art scene is crazy and well respected around the world. And then so my brother, man, that I ran into in Ghana, I got introduced to him through Opal, is one of the greatest artists in the world. We went to his place and actually uses recycled goods throughout Ghana. And when I say his work is respected, he's got a piece in the Vatican. Facebook.
Even if you're not Catholic, you know what the Vatican is. And that should do it.
Facebook bought literally like the weight, 600 pounds, that is in the office there on Hackaway in Silicon Valley. When we're in the Kempinski taking a picture, like he's got this huge piece behind him. Like the art scene out there is crazy, and they have so many amazing artists, you know, within Ghana. You know, I was in Ghana for 2 weeks, and so this is not all that I'm gonna share with you. And I have so many more in-depth stories, right? So I told you I got my sister, Miss St. John, and then, you know, Pops, you know, he did a whole basketball camp in Ghana for the kids. I think he was expecting like 150, then like 300 showed up. You know, he was the second Ghanaian NBA player ever in the NBA. And then Opal, you know, co-founder of Black Lives Matters, was out there. And we just had such an amazing time. And then my new brother that I met there, Mr. Mano, John, you know, got to go to his cousin's house, Richard. And then he was just sharing, you know, the vision of what so many people have for this new Ghana with, you know, new medical facilities, just so many things.
That's how you use a drone.
Where so many people are moving back because they see the opportunity. And I saw it myself. And just also like the roots, the culture, where you're in a place and you're like, wow, I'm not even a minority here. I just feel like a normal person. And the energy, like Ghanaian people, they are so calm and the spirits are so beautiful. The culture is so rich. And so in the full episode, you know, I'm gonna dive into, you know, these individual stories and, you know, what they have to share and what we did on the ground. And then also, we went outside of Accra to some of the most beautiful places in Ghana, and I'll be sharing those with you. So make sure that you subscribe. If you are not subscribed on the channel, make sure that you do that.
Oh, I'm already subscribed, my friend.
Heart rate's 120, BP's 140 over 90.
Okay. Now we are going to have the ad.
But earning
I'm
my
not going to
nursing
listen to
degree
the
online
ad because
gave me
I
the
don't want to
flexibility
listen to
to
the
take
ad,
fluids.
but I do want to actually have it keep playing. So we're going to stop the ad. Oh, yeah. It's time for us to go.
Own day one.
Let's go get
Purdue
it.
University Global.
But yeah, like I said, there is just so many amazing things to do. And I was just there for 2 weeks. But now I want to end talking about December. Like I said, I've made the ultimate guide below if you want to find out everything to do in detail about December and then any time, you know, throughout the year. And then, like I said, I talked to so many different people. When you talk about Afrochella, you want to know about Afrochella? I was actually with the founders. I went there, you know, I was talking to the big homies, Alvin and Kwame, and I went to like their studios, the BBN Z studios. You know, Lauryn Hill just pulls up there randomly. They've got a lot of the biggest artists, you know, in Ghana that record there. There's just so many amazing people that I connected with, you know, during my time there. Even Mr. Chocolate, you know, you hear his story of how he started, and now he's one of the biggest, you know, fashion icon. Literally sets a lot of the trends when it comes to, you know, African clothing in general, sets a lot of the trend in the new wavy form. And so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end here. Any questions, you know, hit us in the comment. You know, we'll be sure to get them answered. And make sure you check out that guide. And another thing, the year of the return. People wanna know about this, right? People are like, oh my God, who's coming? I hear this person's coming. But then also people just wanna be connected to their roots. They wanna know where they come from. And so one big thing that I found out, there's several different DNA tests that you can take, right? And they actually have African ancestry. And so I put a link below to that. The double NACP was out there while you know, she was, and I know a few people that know the founder of African Ancestry. So I was like, let me see if I can get you guys a special discount for that. I don't know at the time of recording, but hopefully, you know, I can reach out to her and get y'all a discount for that. Because that one will actually break it down by like what tribe, you know, you are from. And, you know, goes really deep with that. But all in all, I gotta send a big shout out to my homies, Nate and Yuri. They helped film this entire project. And it was just such a cool experience, you know, filming something on the motherland. We got so much more stuff coming for Ghana. I'm so excited. And major shout out to Isaiah on the keys, composing, you know, this amazing music here. And then just shout out literally to Ghana. And I wanna send an amazing shout out, you know, to even the president's office and really standing behind tourism and getting behind everything and even giving us an opportunity, you know, to come into the office and talk about, you know, some of the things that we've seen and that we feel can be made better. And like I said, I just want to thank everybody there on ground. I really feel that Ghana is going to become one of the top places to visit in the world because of the amazing people within the countries, within the country. But anyways, I'm out of here. Take care.
Passport heavy. Visuals by Yuri. Yuri, you did an amazing job capturing this. I think that is so dope. First of all, let me like the video, and then we'll move down to the comment section. Let me check the comment section out a little bit before I give my final remarks and comments. I think I've given everything I need to give during the reaction anyway. But we have you sold Ghana to the world better than any video I've seen on YouTube in less than 39 minutes. You're amazing. Ghana is going to be the next Miami without the racists. When I was Ghana, nobody classified me as Black American because we are all black, so I did not feel deprived, and I love that. That's nice. I like round numbers. This is 390 now. Just make it 400. It's just the thing that I do. I don't know. Someone should tell me if I have a problem. I live in Ghana, but this video makes me want to tour my own country. Right? Oh man. Let's see here. I'm a British Nigerian who visited Ghana alone for the first time in 2014. I stayed there for a month volunteering and traveling to different parts of the country, such as Kumasi, Accra, Bolgatanga, Northern Region, and Cape Coast, which is one of my favorite places ever. I simply fell in love with the people and the peaceful atmosphere the place radiates. When I went, Ghana wasn't as trendy as it is now, but I'm so happy the country is receiving the recognition it deserves. As a proud Nigerian, I've always said I can live in Ghana, but not Nigeria. Just my opinion. But we'll see where life takes me. Thank you for producing such amazing content. Thank you. So seriously, I'm Ghanaian, lived in Ghana my entire life, and it just made me feel like I don't know my own country. This brother's enthusiasm for Ghana got my heart pumping. I'm ready to go. When my Ghana people are, they're just amazing. Yeah. Every tourism I guess I'll end with this one. I think this is the best comment so far. Every tourism minister in Africa, and I literally mean every single one, should be on your case to go to their respective countries and shoot a video like this one. I'm lucky enough to have traveled all over Africa and the world, but your perspective and energy is amazing. I will end at that. Gasfran from Angola, yo, you've taken it away, and I think that's really it. Like, the energy, the enthusiasm, the production quality, the sense of humor, the resources, the positivity. Man, this guy has sold Ghana to the point where I feel like I would want to go to Ghana just to see what he's done, what he was talking about here. And so for any Ghanaians in the crew, if you're watching this and you're from Ghana, leave me a comment. I'd like to just tell you how personally impressed I am by your country. I feel like, yeah, and maybe you might want to put some light, shed some light on the real, not the real, but your perspective on this video. Like, did you like it? Do you think it represents Ghana as it is or as it was in 2019? I know with COVID, things have changed, so it might be a little bit different. But what are your thoughts? And on that note, I would like to thank you for taking time to watch this video. My name is Kamga. I am Cameroonian. I currently live in the US. And on this channel, I do essays, reviews, and reactions. Right now, I'm doing a lot more reactions because they're pretty cool and I'm really enjoying them. But if you like this video, if you watch up to this particular point, then I really recommend you consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. I'm building this channel because I would like to do this for a long time. And also, I feel like there's so much more about Cameroon, about the continent, that I can bring my own perspective on. So thank you for hanging around. And if you like the video, like it. It helps more people to see the video, and the algorithm will probably pick it up one day and share it out. So thanks so much for watching. There's probably going to be links on the screen right now for other videos that I've made that you can watch, and the subscribe button is going to be somewhere here. And go on ahead and subscribe to Passport Heavy. I'm putting the link to the video in the channel. You can watch the longer video, all the links, everything. It's going to be in the description there. So you can watch the full and get the full Passport Heavy experience without me interjecting with my thoughts. So thank you for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next one.